Hi, it's been 10 weeks since my Lefort revision, so we are here to give an update. I'm here with Cypress, our Great Dane, and Maple, our Pit Bull Mastiff mix, my healing companions, and my constant friends through this entire journey. So we're very lucky to have them. They're wonderful. Today is 10 weeks post-op from my revision, and if you are new to my channel, I'll just quickly say that I had a revision a year after my bilateral joints and my three-piece Lefort because my hardware had a malfunction or failure, and it cracked in two places, once right here and once over here. I am the first patient of Dr. Movahed's to ever have a hardware failure that had custom plates. So one of, I believe, 800. So those odds, I've had a few people that were kind of scared that this could happen to them, and I am hopeful that it will not, and it seems like it would be unlikely given the statistics. So anyways, 10 weeks post-op, I returned to work yesterday, and it was amazing. I am a bedside nurse at a children's hospital, and so I still have weight restrictions of 30 pounds or less, so we are accommodating that by just having me take care of babies right now. So that is fantastic. I'll be on weight restrictions until January 15th, which is 3 months post-op from the Lefort revision. So everything going good there. It was so life-giving and healing to be back at work, and I think I've learned through all this that it is really such a privilege to be able to work and feel fulfilled through the work that we do. And I just felt very, very lucky and blessed yesterday. So excited to continue to do that. I'll go back tomorrow again. And then on top of that, I took ibuprofen in the morning just to be proactive. I really wasn't hurting that badly. And I haven't taken it since. So didn't need it again throughout the day and haven't needed it today. I would say I did feel some pain, mostly through so I have an incision down here in my lower chin from the bone graft that he took from my chin, and then the incisions inside my mouth from the Lefort. And all of those incisions felt tight and like zingy yesterday. I think they were getting pulled from talking more. So I noticed that, and then I still have a lot of throbbing in this donor site that radiates up into my teeth, and I think that's just the healing that's going on there. So that was the pain I noticed, but it was not bad. And I'm actually wondering if I never healed correctly after the first Lefort due to the cracked hardware. Because I just had constant pain through my right side still, even a year after, and I'm already noticing that to be better. So that is super exciting. I just thought that was how you feel after you've had your face operated on in the way that we have. So that's been kind of fun to see, like, oh, maybe there's even more healing out there for me and an even better outcome than we could have even imagined or anticipated. So that's that. Regarding pain management, I've really just been on ibuprofen as needed, and I really haven't needed it. I am still sleeping elevated. I would say that inflammation is probably my biggest thing right now. I'm puffy every morning, even sleeping elevated, and it improves throughout the day and then starts all over the next day. I would say after my first Lefort, that took probably 8 months before I didn't see that pattern up and down every day. So that seems to be on track, still happening here. And exercise-wise, like I mentioned, I'm limited to 30 pounds, so I am still able to do my cardio on the elliptical, which has been wonderful. It's actually helping me sleep, being able to do cardio again, and then I'm doing some weightlifting, just keeping my restrictions to 30 pounds. Same thing with the horses as far as the chores go, just making sure all of my chores are not exceeding 30-pound weight restrictions. And then I actually got to start riding this week too, so it's been a week of wins and reclaiming is what I'm thinking. So very life-giving week. Ironically, I returned to work after the first surgery the week of Christmas as well, so that's just been kind of funny. This is just my week to get things back. So I think that's the main thing. I'm not doing physical therapy after this time. I have noticed that I have my lips are so weak, and this was the same after the first time as well. When you put chapstick on and you rub your lips together to rub it in, I was unable to do that for about 8 or 9 months, and that ability just came back right before we had to start all over again. So can't rub chapstick in. I don't even think I can curl my upper lip under. And then I'm having a more difficult time this time than last time keeping my lips closed when I'm chewing on my soft food diet. So I don't know if that's just weakness through these muscles right here. I haven't been too proactive about doing stretching and exercises for my face yet, because I am only 2 months post-op, and I'm wanting to be gentle. I do still have that open incision up here in my cheek, so I'm trying not to stretch that cheek too much. Reason for that was that incision was first made in September of 2024, and then I had 2 surgeries in 6 days back in October. And after the second surgery, when we sutured up this side, it dehisced or came open, and has not been able to heal together. The skin is just too thin and too damaged, I believe. So I saw Dr. Movahed a week and a half ago, and he did clean out. It's called debriding it, when you kind of flush and clean everything out. And then I had some of my donor bone called Vivigen that was coming out of that incision. I will put a picture of what it looked like when I went and saw him at the end of this video, so that if you don't want to see it, you can pause it before. But the incision had like bone chips or fragments coming out of it. That was the donor bone. It was not my bone. And then the screw. So he was able to remove all those bone chips, which was great, because they felt like a splinter in an open blister is how I would describe it. So, and then he did decide to try to just resuture it. Not sure if it would work, and it didn't, because there wasn't a lot of extra tissue to pull together, and he didn't want to make additional incisions up there at this time. So he just resutured it with the skin that was there, and the sutures dissolved and the hole is still there, and I can still see the screw. So I'm just doing frequent flushes with a syringe after every time I eat, and then using my Paradex a few times a day to kind of keep the area clean and disinfected. And we'll see. I will see him again the middle of January, so we'll kind of see what we're going to do with that. That is still an outstanding item. But overall, my quality of life and my ability to participate in life has been wonderful, with the huge wins being able to ride the horses and return to work. So thank you guys for keeping in touch. My only other update is that we are working very hard to get this cookbook published. The goal is to have the rough draft sent to Amazon to have it printed out for us to just kind of look over by the middle to end of January, and then have them released for print in February. So we'll see how it goes. Editing and logistics are not my strong suit, so I am learning, but hopefully it's a great product and a tool that will help our community. So I thank you guys so much, and I will be in touch. Bye. Pause the video if you don't want to see the picture of the inside of my mouth.
Look at us, we're riding after 9 weeks. Thank you, Starlight. I'm so happy. I love you, beautiful girl. Thank you for being my darling.
And here's a going back to work picture, because yay! And then this is the before and after of my incision. You can see on the left, that is what it looked like when the Vivigen was coming out and the screw was visible. The right was after he debrided it and attempted to resuture it. Now it looks very similar to the side on the left, just without the Vivigen coming out. So we'll see what we decide to do about that.